Hello there, Wild Cyrus appeared, and I have a special guest with me for this episode.
I don't know why I was expecting the intro to appear.
The back streets back. All right, dang. You've been liking this little series of mine, haven't you?
I like that intro.
I'm glad.
Was that the one where you asked? No, was that your Facebook where you asked if you were a Backstreet fan or an NSYNC fan?
There's one or the other. Can't decide.
I just ended up listening to NSYNC more than Backstreet
bastard.
Boys. That's not my fault, though.
Well, as you people can tell from the title, we're jumping into Square Enix territory. Oh God,
not
today.
Necessarily
by the title, yes. We're jumping into Square Enix territory. They're pretty high up on the list, I dare say. We're almost through this thing.
And to preface this, I haven't really just been making predictions or paying attention to exactly what's going to be coming out.
You're here so I can bounce jokes off you.
Pretty much.
So let's begin with their thing. This is Square Enix. So, first up, we've got the trailer that everybody got super ecstatic for, and that's the Mankind Divided trailer.
I want it. I want it so bad.
I think you are more excited than I am.
I probably am. I might be. Just
like you've probably watched it a few times on your own. Is that right?
That's correct. I have my problems, and they've been kind of dispelled by like Jake, just because of the endings of the Revolution.
Yeah.
It's like...
Oh yeah, there's multiple endings, isn't there?
Because there were multiple endings, and it was funny to break the game by saving right before those endings, and then just choosing whichever one.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, though, they're going with the ending where you sync the entire structure.
And is that...
I don't know if you got to that part.
I haven't gone past the first boss, Johnny. I haven't touched the director's cut.
Fair enough. It ends, the endings have kind of more vague ideas, but the fourth one is like, oh, so you go down with the structure and with everybody in it. But that's where the Mankind Divided picks up.
That's the iffy thing about this sort of project, is producing a legitimate sequel to a game that has multiple endings.
Yeah.
It's very problematic. Like, Mass Effect 4 won't, like, I talked about that in my EA, it won't be following Shepard, so it's sort of fine because, like, Shepard dies no matter what you do.
Yeah. At least, like, it's better. I think it's better than the idea of a game having, like, Shadow the Hedgehog, where it's like, oh, choose your own story, but unlock all the stories to get the final story. That's the canon ending. Oh. Made 90% of the game pointless.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for this, because I never played the original Deus Ex or Invisible War. Human Revolution.
I've heard they've aged quite a bit.
I hear Deus Ex still holds up way better than Invisible War.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
So Human Revolution was my first take on the whole thing, and I really enjoyed it. There were things that I wish that were still, like, more prevalent, just the whole, like, when the riots are going on, we don't get to see that kind of stuff. But it looks like that's going to be something that's going to be the forefront of this next one.
Right.
And I'm super stoked for that. Plus, Adam has a bitchin' beard, and I'm a big fan of a main character who gets himself a bitchin' beard. None of that bullshit. Oh, it's a little, like a 5 o'clock shadow, little scruff.
Are you making a comment toward Witcher 3 right now?
No, I haven't paid attention to what Witcher 3's guy looks like. I'm talking about yourself motherfucking, like, hair on your chin. They can extend past a centimeter.
I feel like it. I mean, I enjoy a little facial hair myself. I mean, you don't say. But I don't know, I feel like it's sort of a cheap way to show off how time has gone by.
Yeah, that's true. I just like it aesthetically, so I pass that.
Point taken.
But it's...
I hope they toned down the yellow in this one.
It looks like they did.
Yeah, it definitely
it's still
does.
A prevalent color, but, you know, that's...
Well, I don't want it completely gone.
No, I don't want it completely gone. I don't want it to be...
I just don't want it to blind me.
Living in this...
I don't want to live in P-land.
I don't want to live in the urine matrix. But trying to focus a little more on the game itself.
We don't know anything much about the gameplay.
Yeah, we don't know much about the gameplay.
We see a whole bunch of Adam Jensen just straight up murdering motherfuckers.
Yeah, so
not murdering, but killing. And so that makes me wonder if they're going to keep the aesthetic of like doing pacifist runs and shit like that.
I can't wait to see how like the RPG elements are revamped. Because I thought they were pretty alright in Human Revolution. You know, when it comes to an action RPG game, you're always going to probably be wanting more from the RPG elements.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of felt that way with Human Revolution, but it was not to the extent of something like, I would argue, Kingdom Hearts, where it claims RPG elements, but I don't feel that it stressed out enough. Something along the lines of like the way Borderlands handles its RPG elements. I think Human Revolution handled that well, and I want to see that improved just a little bit further. Not to mention, let's hope they don't say, "Hey, you got boss fights. Let's hand them over to that other team." No, don't do that.
No,
because that big Russian guy, I want to see him be awesome.
Now about that, like from my understanding, from what I've seen of the trailer, you get to see Adam Jensen like being an intermediary between both the humans and the Augs.
Yes.
And so I'm wondering if you get the option to choose between the two, or
are you talking about like a completely divergent storyline?
More or less, yeah.
That's what I'm
like a whole bunch of moral choices in regards to
I'm
helping the humans versus the Augs.
The one I predict happening is the moral choices. What I would like to see is what would be a big surprise, although I highly doubt they would go with this, is the storyline completely going in two different directions. But that definitely seems like it's just not a thing. I don't know if that is really a thing that happens.
I'm pretty sure
in most modern AAA games.
No, not in AAA games for sure.
No. It definitely looks like it's going to be more of a moral choice system, though, for Augs versus normal people.
It also looks like it's going to... I mean, once again, we don't have any gameplay footage.
Mm-hmm.
So this prediction may turn out to be wrong, but it seems a bit more action-y than the original.
It does.
Like, I don't see any stealth elements happening, from what we've seen so far.
I kind of argue that's just the way advertising goes these days. Because remember, with Wolfenstein, it didn't do the whole choose your own, like...
Yeah, it did.
Well, that wasn't the first thing that came up.
True.
That you know, when you're first presenting the product, you know, you're probably going to want to get, like, the action aspects definitely draw people. It's like, whoa, check that out, and all that. Like, fucking Phantom Pain, you know, it's Metal Gear Solid's a stealth game, but what are you seeing? You're seeing, like, all the action going on.
To be fair, you can get away with going Rambo mode.
It's not the best idea, which is what I've seen. It
gets the job done.
Although I like the aspect of playing like a Rambo with Big Boss, but we're getting off track.
Yeah. Moral of the story: we're excited for mankind to divide it.
Yeah, I'm really. I love its. How did Jake describe it? Mechanical apartheid.
Yeah, just two favorite words.
Yeah. Oh God, that just sounds so cool, and I don't know if I want to see. Because I have a problem with series like this going past a point like this, but because I didn't think Human Revolution would have a continuation. Because I know what happens in between the first game and Invisible War. But this continuation seems like it's going to be really cool. I just am not sure if I'm willing to see after this.
You know, I may be interested in seeing an HD remaster. Excuse me.
Of the first game.
Of first game and Invisible Wars. I mean, I haven't seen any.
I'd be curious.
Clearly,
haven't played them, but that'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm really excited for this.
And I'm interested, even though I haven't touched a good fraction of the game yet.
Of Human Revolution.
The director's cut.
Yeah, the director's cut. It just. Perfect. Why wasn't this first? Why wasn't it first?
Because they had to outsource the boss fights.
Eidos Montreal. I know Thief 4 tanks, but let's move forward and just really hope this doesn't end up like that situation.
Speaking of moving forward, let's go for Just Cause 3.
Just Cause 3. Okay, I've never played a Just Cause game.
I've played a majority of 2 myself.
Yeah?
And honestly, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. It's either going, because biggest problem with Just Cause series is that it pushes the boundary in terms of scale, but literally that's the only thing it's got going for it. Now they have been slowly, like, with between 1 and 2. 2 was a lot more tongue-in-cheek, more turning into the Saints Row 2 of the series.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more of a...
It's like an 80s action film.
I was gonna say, like, more like the modern Mission Impossible movies. Sort of like that style theme.
And that's... I can get down with that. I don't know. I don't know what's keeping me away from it.
Well, the thing that keeps me from going back to it is the fact that there is, like, you think GTA world is, like, super, well, it doesn't have too many mini games. Like, there's literally nothing beyond sort of basic collectibles in literally the biggest map on the previous gen, on previous gen consoles. There's
Just Cause has even less of this.
Oh yes.
And see, that's... You would think that, going around and just fucking around and just in a world like how we like to...
It also severely lacks NPCs as well compared to GTA 5.
Like, I say, like, when I come over, just like, hey, you want to fuck around GTA 5? That's fun for a while, but it's like, I know you already talked about Crackdown in your last video.
Yep.
But I think it's such a relevant idea when talking about Just Cause, is because Crackdown had some fun side missions, and the way that their I
wish these side missions were good.
The side missions were fun because they took you around the city, because it was fun to use those broken physics to go around the city.
Yeah.
And then there were still plenty of, like, the main mission to do, like, now you're in this area, hey look, there's a gang boss, go fuck him up.
Yeah.
And I think that's something, that seems like something that Just Cause is missing. You know, it's got such extreme just fucking around with a huge map.
Yeah.
But when there's no substance, people say, oh, I want this, you know, it's fun to have this freedom just to go and just do... This is like just a placeholder term, but do nothing around the world. But that's just saying, like, oh, go around shooting things. I need something else.
Like, I feel like it's relevant to a game, Jaws Unleashed, if you're familiar with that.
No.
You've probably seen it in stores every once in a while.
Jaws Unleashed? I have not.
It was a PS2 game, or at least an early 360 game. About Jaws. You get to play as Jaws. And it has got a huge, huge ocean that you can swim around in. Like, I'd say, like, almost the size of GTA 4 maps.
And it's not, like, just blue water,
No. It's literally deep blue water with the occasional fish swimming by that you can't do anything to.
Really?
Yes. That's why it's considered one of the worst games. Like,
I thought you were gonna, like, surprise me with, like, it's got this huge cult following.
No. And don't get me wrong, I feel like Just Cause has more to offer than just a color palette and an empty world, but it doesn't have too many appealing, like, replay value elements to it. It's simply for scale. Now, granted, like, they could flip it around and use next-gen technology to create a more saturated environment to fill it with AIs and interactive.
There is a story, right? There's a story mode.
Oh, yes.
A campaign mode where, like, you take down enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
See, like, just, like, really just run with it, like the Saints Row idea, where just put these you have this incredibly huge map, put some really creative, like, scenarios. I'm not looking for realism. I'm looking at Just Cause as, like, an action movie. I
really wish, like, Koji would work on the Just Cause series. That'd be fantastic.
Really?
Well, like...
Koji, maybe even Kojima, I think.
Well, that's who I'm referring to. Who
really?
do you think I'm referring to?
Koji Igarashi.
Oh. Who's that? Oh! I'm sorry. I'm a damn fool.
Why am I here?
That's it. I'm walking away. So yeah, not too much in way of that. I'm sure some people are happy, but it's.
I never played any, so I really don't have much to say about it.
And I am gonna say that there's definitely room for potential.
Okay, I think they just need a little more. Just pack a little more substance in there, and then maybe we'll see where it goes. Maybe this will be like a new Crackdown or something. I don't know.
And so let's move on to a game that's coming out this year. Final Fantasy 15.
It is coming out this year?
Supposedly. I could just double check that.
That's a good idea.
Now, Nomura was kicked off the project fairly recently. Well, not fairly recently. I'd say like almost like
Nomura was kicked off the project?
Like, well, it kicked off as director.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And I believe this was like around November of last year.
God damn.
And so we're not really sure what to think about that. However, we have found the demo, let's just call it a demo,
yeah, they did
episode 15 of Final Fantasy 15, and it looks astounding.
Oh my god, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Like
it's probably the best looking game I've seen.
I know.
And the fact that it's functional
is the weird.
It's the important thing. It's the thing that solidifies it. It could be downgraded in the final product. Let's hope to God that doesn't happen. But as far as this demo is concerned, this is fucking gold.
I'm gonna be honest, like the best looking games I've seen so far have been this and the Phantom Pain. Yes, I'm bringing that up. And I'd argue Bloodborne looks maybe not as good. It still looks really good, but these are the games that are like really pushing for that whole. Let's keep the big world, but we can use those graphics that everyone likes to talk about.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen too much footage for 15. The one that sticks out the most to me was that fucking Ramu summoning. If every summon like that is like that, holy shit.
That's good.
I want to know how open world this is planning on being.
And despite Nomura being kicked off the project, I can't help but get vibes from the second Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that we got. The one where you're facing down the Rock Titan.
Yeah.
And the way that you summon down that giant-ass train that comes from the sky. So I feel like the influence...
Disneyland is my weapon!
I feel like the influence of his leadership hasn't entirely been wiped clean.
No, I don't think so, but...
Okay, so we don't have a release date for it. So.
Yeah, I figured.
But we do know it's going to come out before.
I'm pretty sure
something that's coming out. That's
before
our next topic.
I'm pretty sure it'll get a release. Well, okay, let's go with maybe 50% sure it'll get a release date this E3.
Yeah, at least a release date. Not this year, but at this E3. We're probably going to get a release date, or at minimum a release month.
I'm still not entirely sure how to feel about the party system, because I can't really tell there's a difference between the way the characters play.
That is true. I too have experienced
a demo came out for this game, right?
It came out with Type 0 HD.
I want just a demo. I don't want a demo that comes out with a game.
It's the way that the industry is going.
I understand that.
Hey, Bethesda, how about that Doom beta?
Have you checked out how...
How about that Doom beta, though?
Have you checked out the demo? Have you checked out the demo, though, like with videos or anything?
Oh, yeah. I've taken a few looks at it.
Does it seem like the characters play differently from each other, or is it kind of just...
Honestly, yeah, I began to see what you're saying. Now, granted, they do have minute differences, but, like their differences are in the sense that, one person is faster, one person's slower, they have different combos.
Do you think they'll go into more... I hope they go into more detail this E3 about the characters as party members. Because one of the best things about Final Fantasy is
the party system.
The party system, because the different jobs and different things characters can do. Because you're a group of people, it's the basic Dungeons & Dragons mentality. Having characters with different strengths and weaknesses working together. And I'm not really seeing it with these trailers, but...
They aren't pushing it for the main thing. I'd say their main push with these recent trailers is simply the graphical prowess it has. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that's been Square Enix's like hubris.
Yeah, the ML these recent times.
It's just like, it doesn't matter if the game's good or not, it's pretty.
I mean, I feel like I want to say that 14 has been better, just based on what everyone's been saying. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything different, honestly. I know it's better than when it was first initially released, but overall, I'd say that it isn't like a must-buy. It isn't a platform or console sell or anything like that.
Well, I don't believe in the console seller mentality.
Well, I believe in it when you have like a number of games.
No, a number of games. I try not to refer to as a single game as a console seller. I don't believe in that.
Really? Mr. Bloodborne?
I love Bloodborne. I'm not going to say, oh, buy a PS4 because Bloodborne's on it. You really need to have more games you need to have bang for your buck.
It was like I said in my Nintendo review. I simply said, like, as of 2015, as of right now, of when this video is uploaded, you are probably going to get the best bang out of your buck from buying a Wii U.
From a Wii U, exactly. And well, like I said, I love Bloodborne, but you need to figure out if you want other games on the PS4 and ones that are not console exclusive.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's another key importance. We're getting slightly off track here, but I do agree with that. I feel like you also need to take in consideration the power of which, like, of the portability of the function of the non-console exclusive.
15's not going to be on 360 and PS3, is it?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I believe we're finally moving out of that point. Slowly, but surely.
We really need to.
Well, we've been holding on to these three consoles for the past like 9 years. I'm talking about 360. 7 to 9 years. PS3, Wii, and 360. And I said PS3.
I'm sorry. They have 3 in the name.
And I feel like the marketing people feel the same way we do. It's hard to let go of a system that we've depended on for so long.
It's true.
And I think we're all finally able to move on. Mm-hmm. That being said, I don't think this current generation will last as long as 9 years.
Yeah, and that bothers me.
I find it bittersweet. Let's stay on topic.
Okay, but for 15, I really want to see game. We need.
It looks. Once again, it has a lot of potential to it.
I think we've been seeing gameplay, but I don't know how much hands-on gameplay we've been getting, and I really think that's what they need to go for this E3. Just give us get the stalls going, let people play it, and then just talk about that.
Right.
What are we going to be playing? And what are we going to be playing? How are we going to be playing? How are the characters dealt with? And I also want to know a little bit how this world is going to be structured.
Mm.
Like, how big is this world going to be? It's going to be like the way that I'm doing it again, like the way the Phantom Pain's being handled. Are we handling this like Destiny?
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't do that. Knock on wood. I can't find any right now.
That's what I want to see.
Right.
From it.
Right. And I just simply like you said, I just want to see more of it. I want to.
That's what I think Square Enix needs to focus
from my understanding is I don't know what the story's about.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't know what the goal is.
Yeah.
I don't know what the world is like, if we're supposed to be in America or Japan or.
I think it's just gonna be a fantasy world.
Yeah, probably.
That's how I just see it.
It's gonna be a Final Fantasy world.
Shut up. And also, this is just me. I also want to see maybe if I have more characters that you can play as. I always like having a big party.
Interchangeables. That's nice.
I like a big party, and when you can't do a big party, you can make the characters interchangeable with their own abilities.
Uh-huh.
The way six had the huge group of people, and then you have things like with 5 or 3 where you don't have this gigantic party, but everyone can switch between different jobs.
Right.
I do really want a nice character focus during some of this.
Right. All right. So, moral of the story: we need to see more from this game than what we've.
But it's been looking pretty alright.
Oh yeah, it's been looking great.
Yeah.
And. We're finally onto the last topic, the one that we've been dying to talk about. I'm sure you know what I'm gonna say.
That's right.
Feel free.
Of course. Because we're obviously talking about the Kingdom Hearts HD Collection Legacy. I've been waiting.
No!
Yes, what we've been waiting for is finally we're going to get those console versions of Dream Drop Distance.
I hate you!
And Coded. The way I look at it is probably with the advancements of the PS4, maybe they'll finally expand on Day's organization system.
Can you shut up? Like, can you shut your goddamn mouth for... No. Kingdom Hearts 3... The game that everybody...
Show us some more shit. Okay, to be fair...
No. Show us some actual gameplay.
Yes.
Even if it's a little bitty guided demo.
Stop dick teasing us and please show us what's going on.
Because literally, after finding out that, hey, we've actually not been working on it whatsoever last year, and as of like late last year, and now Nomura has just barely started the concept art on it. There is nothing from those original trailers that we can fucking trust.
I would like, you know what? Show me an alpha build. Just show me. That's the problem.
We can't trust a goddamn thing from all of these trailers that they're trying to push.
That's the problem with Kingdom Hearts. We really just want to see something. And yes, the trailer was nice. That was really sweet. See some like boss gameplay with the rock type. Okay, that's pretty good. I need more. I really do, and I understand. I
need something that can be considered actual in-depth instruction as to how the game will actually be.
Now, was it last year that the trailer was released? Or was that
the Rock Titan? That was
I'm talking about the first trailer.
First trailer was a year before last year.
So yeah, I understand that Final Fantasy 15 has been the focus. I just think that's a problem when you show me the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, we already know that Square Enix is a giant company. It's not EA levels of big, but it's damn fucking big, at least in Japan. And so how can they not have several teams working on different games? How is it possible that everybody in the entirety of Square Enix is working on 15 as opposed to anything else?
I don't know.
There's Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is going on, like I mentioned.
I don't know what the infrastructure is. I don't know what's going on with that. I'd like to see something. The C3. I don't know what it could be.
I don't want to see one of those fucking interview sort of like making of trailers.
Exactly.
Like that bullshit of. I'm still not over the 2014. Yeah, the 2014 trailer for Battlefront.
And then everyone was talking about how they made the trailer.
And it was we're going to the locations where Star Wars was made. I don't give two shits! I want you to start making games!
Yeah, that's... Ugh. But I don't really know what they're gonna do for Kingdom Hearts this year. It's maybe just a really big Final Fantasy focus, just because...
15. Just cause?
Yeah, I tried to avoid the joke.
You did a poor time of it.
I think Final Fantasy 15 just really is going to be the focus. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have a little bit of stuff.
It's going to be an afterthought for sure, because I mean, I'm going to say I'm going to ballpark it. I'm going to say we're going to see an actual release date in the year of 2017.
For Final Fantasy 15?
No.
Kingdom Hearts 3?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I doubt that. I really do.
You don't think it'll be around in 2017?
I don't think that they're going to give us a date. I really don't.
Well, no, I'm not talking about at this year's E3.
Oh,
I'm going to say that it's going to be released in 2017.
That I can agree with. I'd say 2017, maybe 2018.
I don't think that they'll wait that long.
Okay.
They'll probably...
All right, then can we say...
If they do, then there'll be another project, another Kingdom Hearts related project within that time span.
Don't do it. But, okay,
They recently canceled the Kingdom Hearts game, you know that?
They did?
Yeah, it was a mobile port that Steam.
I think I know what you're talking about, where they're kind of like cute, like little...
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't, like, it wasn't a full, like...
It wasn't a full game, but it was in the works.
I was kind of curious, this little spin-off. It looked like, I like the design, and...
I'm just fucking sick of spin-offs.
I know, I know. I thought it was going to be a free thing, but
It may have. I'm not sure about that.
maybe if we're going to say 2017, I'm definitely going to say late end of 2017, like late end.
Probably.
I don't expect a summer release because we all know how that goes, and I just don't believe it being a springtime thing. I just don't.
I could see it going for springtime.
But I'm just gonna.
Who knows? Maybe Nomura will get off his ass.
I'm just gonna say late 2017.
All right.
I don't really know what to expect from the game.
We know freaking nothing.
I don't know what to expect.
We don't know anything about the plot other than like the awful ending of Dream Drop.
That just.
Hey, you remember that guy who you defeated twice? Now defeat him 12 more times.
I don't know where Kingdom Hearts is going with its story, and I'm
worried.
I'm a bit worried with it. Cause
I am too.
Out of the ones that like I think went like with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, fine. Chain of Memories really shaky. I could see what they're getting at. My biggest problem with that game was the battle system and the fact that they reused.
Right.
Birth by Sleep. While I don't praise it as structurally as 1 or 2, the battle system, run with that. Run with that fucking battle system because that was the best thing out of that game. With Days and Coded and Dream Drop, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. With Days, interesting concept.
Did Nomura direct those?
I don't know. But I'm just kind of thinking of the whole series in a general sense, not necessarily who's been directing.
I know. I'm just curious.
With Days, interesting concept, I think. Really, really, just poor execution.
Yeah.
Better than I think better than Coded, just because Coded was the most unnecessary thing I've ever seen.
Right.
I don't get, why couldn't have just Square Enix, you seem to like making movies, why not just make that a big movie? Just a 30-minute...
Call up David Cage.
And then with Dream Drop, while I didn't have as many problems as you did with Dream Drop, I did not deem it unplayable as you did, but my god, the bastardization of so many things, I can't believe it. And why did we do this? Because remember, at the end of Dream Drop, remember what the purpose of the game was.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be a Keyblade Master? It was Sora and Riku's own Keyblade Master test. And Riku is the only one that passes.
Well,
what was the fucking point?
Let me just suggest also that they need to save the fake galaxy to deem themselves the Keyblade Masters.
I don't get it.
Not the original one, not the real galaxies that they saved twice. That doesn't count.
I don't get it. It's why end the game with Sora not becoming a Keyblade Master?
Because protagonist.
That to me is not. That's not good build-up.
It's Ash winning the Orange Islands Pokemon League. Remember that?
I do.
When they just glanced over it.
I do.
All right, so I think we've spent enough time on this topic. So overall, I'd say the reason why I play Square Enix above Nintendo is simply because a vast majority of their titles, despite it being not as many as Nintendo.
No, not. But
I feel like these titles have been more heavily anticipated. They have years of hype behind them. A good majority of them do. Mm-hmm. And they also have... And plus, these are all sequels. And sequels will always get, the hearts of fans excited for what to anticipate.
Although I would personally... I think Nintendo... if I can look at your list really quick.
Yep.
Just kind of... I don't know. I think Nintendo and Square might as well just kind of be
No, they're really close.
They're really close, yeah.
And so yeah, I find that they simply have more anticipated titles, titles that have been greater anticipation.
I don't know if people are still as just pumped for something like Kingdom Hearts 3. I know Jake has been losing his interest. I think that's just because he's lost patience with it.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of fans have done. It's Half-Life 3 will not be a good game to the majority.
Yep.
It's simple as that. It can't live up to the expectations.
And that's not us saying it can't be a good game.
It's just going to live up to the hype.
That's what happens.
And with that, I think that we will wrap this up. I hope you've enjoyed this, and stay tuned for next time. We will be tackling, me and Johnny both will be tackling the next rival, the final man, Bethesda, in their first opening debut at E3. Stay wild!
The Digivolution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know it was coming? A Digi Destiny starts today.